First things first, looking for a rock, put my kickstand down on. There we go, that one worked great. Lucked out, got a great day. Go camping today. We're expecting weathering, but I'm like, you know what? It's a beautiful day, I'm gonna take advantage of this. So I packed up the motorcycle, pulled onto the back 40 here, and gonna do a little apocalyptic bike camping this weekend. First things I did is put a little rock, flat rock underneath my kickstand, keep it from sinking into the mud. Well, this is the Warpig, my apocalyptic themed motorcycle. It's a 2007 Suzuki Boulevard that I kind of tricked out a bit. Had some fun with it. Take some more pictures once I get it unpacked, but it's only so much you can do with these types of bikes. Unlike my other bikes that I've had, the PC800 and the Boulevard, or not the Boulevard, the Buell. There's only so much I was able to do with this one. I don't know, I had fun with it. Dropped a skull. I will be putting a grill on the front of there soon. This is more decals and fun stuff like that on this bike. But this is cold winter winter camping is what I'm doing, so I'm expecting it to get down. It's been getting to the 20s at night, so got more heavy on blankets. Normally when I go camping, you know, it's the green roll of a couple blankets, and that's about all the gear that I carry. So that's all the gear I really need. Everything else is amenities, but there you go. That is the bike all packed up. I'll be setting up camp here in a couple minutes and show you a couple different variations of the way I set things up. Figured before I tear into everything, start unloading, I'd go over how I've packed. What I've done is I've taken my bedrolls, placed those in the bottom. In the wintertime, I definitely bring a buffalo hide. So, like I say, apocalyptic camping. But have my buffalo hide here. On top is my military tent. It's a shelter half that I've modified. Back here is my bedroll, same one I had inside the truck last week. And basically it's about 4 wool blankets and the canvas, and that goes on the buffalo, and I get down to really cold degrees. I'm fine that way. Right here is something new for me, is an air mattress. So I'll be sleeping directly on the ground. Those military air mattresses. Not going to have too much of a fire tonight, simply because of stealth camping. But what I have in here is I have a kit inside this kit. I'll go through that a little bit later too. And it has the little metal frames and the cups in there for making fire and cooking on a basic cup setup. Lantern filled with oil. Waters, 1, 2, 3, 4 waters. But that is essentially what I have for the bike setup there. I've done is put several pockets on the side of the saddlebags. I'm stuttering here. So I got the saddlebags, and what I did is I stitched on some extra bags and then made a mesh setup for the front as well. Put on some little packages, or these are little containers, what are they called, for those little breath mint things. Attach that to that. I like little containers on top of things so I can help sort out and organize things as I'm going. On the other bikes, I was able to get stuff on the front, but this one not so much. So this is the front of the bike, my tour guide here in the front, my logo, and this is all the control tack substance. Also stitched on a little skull that I found on the property, and in a nutshell, that is the bike. Cups and things hanging off. Now this is a neat little mod I did here. This is a quiver for arrows, but inside there, that's where I put my poles for tents. Since it's an old GI military tent, shelter house system. So that is what I got for camping wise. And inside the various bags, I have extra clothing, and food and cooking stuff. So shelter, fire, cooking, clothing. It's about all I pack with me with these things. I mean, that's all you really need. On the front of the bike, I'd probably get in trouble if I got caught by the cops, but that's where I put my K-bar up front there, so I know where it is in case I need it. And just because it's a little bit colder, drop a little bit of fur on the front of the bike, just to kind of keep the old boys a little bit warmer. So real quick, we'll go over kind of what I brought on the bike, what I have on the bike. I've taken like little containers, and inside these are, this is my tools. Inside this pannier, this is where I keep my food, my food eating stuff that I want to have, snacks and all that stuff. On the other side, not a lot in here, but this is where I keep my clothing. Usually extra pair of pants, shorts, couple shirts, and jackets and things like that. I generally roll up and keep on the back of the motorcycle as I'm tooling down the road. In the front up here, this is my gloves, and got a pair of motorcycle glasses there. But inside these things, this is just whatnot. If I have some extra napkins, I keep a lot of pocket change in these things too. Bottle opener, because that's important. Just little stuff that I may have when I'm floating around. That way it doesn't, it's easy to get to, but lots of little pockets, what I keep on this stuff. There's some extra napkins in here, toilet paper in there. Inside this one, what do I got in there? This is more sunglasses. I go through a lot of glasses. So that's what I keep on the bike itself. And that's normal running. Not when I'm going anyplace else. Now the gear that I lugged along with me, we got tarps. These are all the tie downs and the ropes that we use to tie everything to the back of the bike. This I'll show you guys in a bit, but that is a custom made piece. That's from the old flies of the tents. People like to throw them away when they throw away old tents. I grab them up and turn this one into a ground cloth. It's waterproof, it's super lightweight. When you go to stores, they're expensive to buy, so just make them yourself. This is bedroll, old military equipment. This is a air mattress, so that'll be a nice thing to add to my traveling kit, because I'm telling you, it's getting harder to get on the ground and get back up. This is an inflatable pillow. This is my backpack. This is a waterproof back. I don't know, I think it's Swiss or Russian or something like that. Got a couple containers of water on it. Nighttime stuff, fire making kit, candle, and my lantern. Up here is my cup and other water basin. Now I'll crack that open a bit and show you how that kit works. And then I have my buffalo skin. So got the bike unloaded, and gonna probably set up the tent in a couple different ways. I want the view. So normally I put the tent on the side and run up and use the vehicle itself to stabilize the front poles. I'm gonna do this one a little bit different this time, because I'd actually like to see the view. So I'm gonna set the back of the tent up to the back of the bike, and I'll have to go out and scavenge some things. It's one thing I always do when I'm out doing the motorcycle traveling, is I scavenge a lot of wood to make amenities in the camp, and seems like there is enough of it over here. So I'll end up making a tripod, and I'll use a couple sticks to set up the front of the tent a little bit later. Anyways, figured I'd go over that real quick, show you what I got, show you what I bring with me, and see you in a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and set things up. Now, thing is reality of life is wherever you go, there's always garbage. So I go around and basically collect garbage that I can see that I might be able to use. Like I redid the kickstand on the bike right now. I found an old crushed beer can. So got rid of the rock I put it on and put it on the kickstand. Have a poor man's way to make sure that bike don't sink into the mud or dirt. Now, I did not bring what they call tent spikes. So gathered some wood and making some tent spikes right now. Let's go this way. There's some branches and stuff like that. There's a bit of a tip on one end. Easily going to the ground. And this is old Madrone, I believe. But there we go, tent spike. Fashion a couple of those, set up the pup tent. But one of the uses of when bushcraft comes into play is having to make things. Lightens your load too, so you don't have to bring everything out. To tell you the truth, I don't mind it when you've been riding. It's nice just to be able to sit down, grab a knife, whittle something, and just kind of relax a bit. But it's that simple. So there we're at so far. Normally I set it up the other way, so you'll see it completed here in a second. And so that way the flaps are tied into the bike. So the bike acts as like a front door here with the flaps up like that way. But like I said, I wanted to see the view. So give you a quick look at what I've done. Basically made simple little tree pieces, barked, wow, stumbling over words again. Spikes. And then I sharpen the ends and drive them into position. And have it set up thusly so far. The top piece comes out straight, and that's what these tree limbs here are for. Set up like poles, but like I said, normally that's tied to the bike or the side of the truck. Here's I was saying about the garbage everywhere, and using a tin can as my kickstand holder. But so far, that's where I'm at, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, here we go. The tent all set up. The hovel, that's my view for tonight. But used some stumps rather than making a couple more pegs to drive on the ground. There was some stumps there. Used the bungee cords that I used to tie everything down on the bike. And it gives me enough tension. There's room that I have in there. There's the walk around. And then I have a extra piece just tied off the bike so I can use it to throw things on, like fabric, shirts, wherever might get damp. Dish towel. Don't know if I brought a dish towel. But there it is. So this is that piece I used from a recycled tarp pop-up pavilion thing. Cut it down, and it's dark green on one side, but it's the silver on the other side. I'll put the silver reflecting up into me to reflect a little bit of body heat. And that's my ground tarp that I will be laying down onto. I'll be fitting that inside the tent here in a minute, and then unrolling the bags, and I'll show you the setup when I'm all done with it. Well, got the tent set up, the bed set up. I'm just chilling out right now, checking the view out. You see how I opted to set up a little differently than I normally do with this construct. That'll be my view tonight, and that'll be my view in the morning, and my afternoon, and my early morning, and my breakfast, and my second breakfast, and my third breakfast, and all that fun stuff. But, yep, look at that spot of light right in the eyeballs there. Look like some weird pirate there. I'm a light pirate. Sorry. But anyways, yeah, this is the setup. It's got enough space up at the head. It's pretty comfy. But yeah,
So I've got the bed unrolled. I will spin this around, show you kind of how it looks. A couple pictures, and then it's setting up the cooking equipment, which is very minimal, and probably make a cup of coffee. I am jonesing for some coffee right now, and get that going, and be right back with you.
Yep. Typical of myself, I laid down for a minute and fell asleep for a couple hours, just in time for sunset. And I had to run back real quick and get a visitor, because pugs on feet are good when it's cold out. Isn't that true? Huh? So, yep. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work out this thing now. Little canteen stove, so I put that down there. I'll get a little, usually use chemical tabs, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little fire under there. Brought some charcoals, and then I'm going to get some hot water going with that, just like that, for my very simple setup for cooking, and make myself a little cup of coffee. Get that going here in a minute, but yeah, I got this. This goes on top of the canteen. So the canteen sits in the bottom of that, and that fits inside of the little bag. And then this will sit on top of the canteen itself, and I get the whole thing together. It has a little side pouch here, and that has the, as you put a lighter in there. Got flint and steel, but lighters are just easier to use sometimes. Fancy flint and steel here, throw sparks, and use that to make a fire here in a second. But get some coffee going. My guard dog is guarding. Oh, Hobby. You garden? Oh, Hobby. Hobby, Hobby. Blue, blue, blue. Hobby. Blah, blah. So, amenities. I humped out in the back of the bike. Has a oil lantern, more for aesthetics than anything like that. But if I was really going light, I wouldn't bring that. Got this cool little light bulbs. I was at 99-cent store, picked them up. Look like a light bulb, hang like a light bulb. And take a couple batteries, and they put off a good enough light. I like those things. Got my couple water bottles, the fire pit there, the sticks, the gratuitous pug shot right there. Back strap hanging on the back. I could probably make it a little more taut if I pull the straps out this way. Just got lazy, didn't feel like it. On the other side here, so I have it hooked up that way. Same thing with a rubber bungee cord thing, and on the inside there. So that is tonight's digs. So I'll get some coffee going here in a minute, and got a little fireplace there. I'm contemplating whether or not having a fire or not. I mean, I've got the lantern, and I've got a candle, and I think I just need to heat up some warm water and I'll be good. I don't need a fire or anything like that tonight. Yeah, not the last time you've seen me do this. No, how's that? Not the first time, it won't be the last time. Boy, I'm just screwing up my work today. But, got my kit here, which is, sorry, I heard a noise over there. Got my fire making kit that I brought with me, and right now I'm getting some of the string that I use, the hemp rope string. I'm fluffing it. I really can catch a spark, like what I call bird's nest. Rather than using this thing, I'm going to use this to get a fire going, because it's ridiculous with it, the amount of, I wonder, I'm not curious here. Wow. much more spark that puts off. That will be nice when I get this stuff fluffed up, ready to go. I think I will use a little bit of char cloth. Just kind of capture everything and get it going nicely. Yep, making fire. Woohoo. A lot of prep time goes into fire making. Prep everything nice though. I think it just catches so much easier. Fire. I don't know. Fascinating about it. Too fascinating. I have a saying that my friends have dubbed with me called fire bad. I've caught myself on fire a couple times. Yes, drinking was involved. Fire was involved. Bad decisions were involved. Well, let's see if this just... Wow, that was too easy. Look at that. All right. Yeah. Look at that. I didn't even know they had that there. That's cool. That must be for like so that's already caught. I'm gonna feed it some twigs. What I'm making I'm not making a big fire, doing a little fire, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little fire and get these couple charcoal briquettes I have. It's already going. I'm playing. But there's some little twigs going here. And then we will get charcoal on top of the twigs and get that going. Back in a second here. I'll change the view. So just feeding it little twigs. Probably could have spent a little more time prepping it. But the more time you spend on prepping your fire, the better it does to catching and getting things going. It's just me being lazy. But prep all your little twigs. Everything's set up. And it's just easier to get your fire going that way. Again, like I said, this is just me being lazy. So the concept is we're going to get this going. Oops, I put them on way too early. But I think they're match lights, so not that big of a deal. Gonna get this thing going. And then we're gonna drop the whole thing in there like that. And create a little oven. Yeah, see, I screwed it up. Dropped it on too early. Not a big deal. Get that going here. Alright, in a second. But, yeah. Let me put the phone down so I can blow in this thing, get it going. Okay, got that up and running again. Now I'm just going to feed it little twigs. Get a fire going, just enough to ignite those charcoals. And once the charcoals are going really good, I'll probably use some of the charcoals from the last fire I had up here. Once I get the charcoals going, I'm going to fill this little pot over here with water, get some hot water, and then brew me up some coffee. I got little tea bag coffees, those things I was looking for, and I really like them. But once it gets a little bit darker, I'll light up the lantern, turn on the light. But yeah, that's it. That's my high-end camp here on a motorcycle. All that fun stuff. So a couple things I cheated with is I brought, like I said, I brought the Super Mag light out with me because I don't know, just like having it with me sometimes. And brought a little bit of a radio for a little bit of entertainment tonight. But we're just gonna chill now. Whoops! Oh, earthquake! We're just gonna chill and kick back. Me and the devil dog here, and get some water boiling. I may light up my cigar here too in a minute. Be back with you in a bit. Again, making chopsticks, as I stated before, rather than carry around. Actually, I brought some this time, a little spoon fork thing with like the mess kit, but just making some chopsticks that I can throw away, burn up later. It's always a little bit easier. So, got my water. Got my water going. Charcoaling the end a little bit. See the smoke coming up right now. So yeah, I got my thing going. Got charcoals and some other little wood ash there. Got my thing filled with water, and we're well on the way of getting some. Got some hot water. I'm gonna try this. It's mac and cheese made with cauliflower, so more healthy for me. Veggie craft stuff. It's that whole change of life thing. And I've got my Folgers single coffee. And of course I have my cigar. Thinking maybe I'm gonna light that up. And then little teeny jar of libations, my whiskeys and stuff and all that fun stuff. But this is the bushcrafty stuff. What I'm doing is, the stick is, it's probably, it's been sitting out here in nature for who knows how long, but I'm just giving it a quick once over. Get the icky pickies off of it. You got this thing here too, sharpen this up. And so, next I should do a video on is how to sharpen a knife. Jeez, this K-bar is in serious need of sharpening. But it's funny. Took a lot of my bushcraft stuff and packed it away when I moved. And boy, it's funny how when you move, you misplace everything. So half the reason I haven't done anything in a while is my stuff is all over the place. It's all over the universe right now. So these last couple weekends, doing the camping in the truck last time, and now on the motorcycle, I gotta get my groove back on. Gotta find my groove again. And get my grooving. In other words, get all my equipment together in one spot. Almost there. It's pretty much easy to find, but I'm contemplating actually making duplicates and triplicates, so I don't have to repack the same thing again and again. I guess that's just laziness, but I have a survival kit for the truck, survival kit for the bike, survival kit for you know, the teepee and the backpacking stuff I do, because even though it's very similar, there's a lot of stuff that I have that it's just, you know, it's easy to do the, you know, the apocalyptic bushcraft stuff because I'm not pushing for doing period stuff. Like when I do period camping, I'd never use this. As much fun as this is, I'd never use this. It's just, sorry, I'm digging that. That's cool. So, you know, in reality, I would never use that when I did my bushcraft camping because that's where I have, you know, string and I have my flint and steel. That's what I use when I do more of the early period bushcraft camping and things like that. Why? Because, you know, it's just mastering the art. This thing is more modern, way more modern. But in lieu of matches or a lighter, you know, just the options. So this is pretty much good enough for my little chopsticks again. Give my water a check. Oh, yep, those charcoals are definitely going. Oh, yep, it's already lukewarm. Put that back in there, let it spill. And be back with you momentarily. It might be dark next time I see you, so I'll have to turn the lights on and all that fun stuff. But yeah. Woohoo. Sometimes you just gotta get out, get away from everything, the lights, the noise, TV, computers, all the modern bullshit. Sorry, bull stuff. Try to keep the G on this. But, yep. Not much going on this year. We'll see where this year takes us. It's already beginning to get weird again out there. But enjoy the simple things when you can. I'll tell you that right now. Enjoy the simple things while you can. Because there's plenty of hard things out there that'll do their damnedest best to drive you insane. Ain't that right, mi amigo? He agrees. We're gonna go eat some kitty litter dumplings in a bit because, you know, the simple things. Just out here enjoying the sunset. I don't think I'll be able to show it very well. As soon as I flip this phone around, we're gonna get nothing but silhouettes and all that things. It's always interesting, the river, as the sun goes down, the river gets louder. I think that's because the road around it starts to dampen and get quiet. I can hear that in the distance there. Well, I'll definitely sleep good tonight. I am waiting for my water to heat up. Gonna make some coffee, a little cup noodle soup thing, and call it a night. I may make a note or two later, but this night out here right now I'm listening to the river going, and then there's frogs are beginning to come back up. I mean, it's late January. I mean, this is the last day of January, so tomorrow's March, and we should have a pretty full moon tonight. So it should be pretty bright up here, but the froggies are coming out already, so I'll be lullabied by the froggies tonight. We'll see you later. What you got? Huh? What you see, bud? Anyways, pretty nice night. Nice and cold too. It's already getting cold. Got to put my jacket back on. Just enough light to keep the boogeyman at bay. Still working on my tip, too dark to film. Go back to that for a second or two. Ooh. Anyways, enjoying life a little bit. So it's late. I'm turning into bed, and walked down and collected my puggies and put my puggies on my toes. And yeah, it's cold. It's like 20 degrees or so, but I'll be fine. Just crawled under the covers, got a little nip of the devil water. And got a candle lit just for light so I can get this recorded. And see you in the morning. Tomorrow I'll do more of a kind of a walk around, and talk a little bit more some of the things I put on the bike and the bike itself. But other than that, the moon is coming up, and it's actually looking like a twilight right now. It's rather nice. So I will talk to you all later. Take care. Bye. I don't know why I say take care and bye after each one of these little take things. Maybe I should stop that, huh? Weird. Alright. I'll go on to say night night too. Aw, Hoggle. Say night night, Hoggle. He's like, this cold, Dad. I don't want to be out here. Yeah. Say night night, goofball. Oh man, should have covered the bike. Yeah, it got cold last night. Woo, look at that. Stayed warm except for the pugs rolling around and all the moisture. All the pugs rolling around being idiots, aren't you? Yeah, because I had to go up and get my pugs. Hey guys. Hey guys. What you doing, huh? Mr. Snory Snore. Anyways, I am going to get some coffee going and let the bike defrost and let the canvas defrost here too. And I mean, the sun's coming up, so wow, look at that. Oh, I'll see you in a few moments. So I get things put in order here for this morning. Frosty, chilly morning. What's up, Hobby? Morning. You do the morning spins? Hey, buddy. Morning spin cycle. Well, took the puppies back to the house, and it's warmed up a bit. The frost is defrosted off the bike and off of the tent, so I'm gonna go ahead and start packing up and talk about little things as I'm packing up, let you know what's going on. No, not what's going on, but discussing some of the tools and everything like that. But there's a look, see the inside a little bit better. The blankets, the new air pad. Yeah, that's new. Let's talk about that real quick. Oh, squeeze down in here. So I got this military self-inflating air pad. I don't know how I ever did without one. We have a wholesale license through a called rothco.com. Give them a buzz. But I saw this. They just had these things there, and I decided to grab one up for myself to give it a try. Try some of the equipment out before I actually offer it up to sell. I recommend these things. They're not the smallest when they pack down. They're about the size of a small tent. But just having that in the bag, because normally I just sleep on the ground on the hard, cold, fuzzy ground. This was nice. My hips didn't kill me in the morning. I didn't get any of those sore spots I normally get because, you know, I'm not a small guy. And yeah, that was nice. And the packup's pretty easy. You know, just deflate the thing and it self-inflates. So you take the little nose off and open it up. There's a little piece of foam in there, and I guess that creates a suction, and it sucks in the air, and then you just seal it off and throw it down on top of it. And that was a nice comfy ad there. But this thing is probably, I don't know, I'm not a big guy. I'm a tall guy. I'm about 5'6", and I think this thing is maybe built for a 6'6", almost 7 feet long thick person. So I fold the end and collapse it on top of itself like that, give me a little bit of pillow room. And but yeah, that's, for me, that's a new implement to have. And yeah, I'll be using that a lot more. I can see that in combination with one of the small cots that I use. That'd be really nice to do too. But anyways, so there's the setup. That'll start packing down. My lantern had lit all night, and it ended up burning out on its own. Well, I didn't have that much oil in there. I didn't want to carry the oil back anyway. But fire pit. Oh, that's what I should have grabbed. Should have grabbed a cloth, like a towel. I don't have a dish towel with me. That's surprising. But yep. So this was a nice test of the equipment, a nice experiment, and I'll start packing down now. And I'll talk to you a little as I come across things. Just taking my time a little bit, letting things air out. The underpad, because it got so cold last night, it reflected my heat back up there. A little bit of moisture in the bottom of the bags and then the buffalo skin. So just want to make sure everything's nice and dry before I pack it. I mean, for as cold as it got this morning and last night, it sure is a freaking awesome, lovely day. Again, it is just weird. Then again, you know, you don't get any cloud cover up here and it just gets cold. Still waiting for that storm to come in. I guess it forgot about us. But yeah, so I just remembered I screwed up. This is February. This is technically March 1st right now. But is February. I kept saying it was January for some reason. But yeah, so that's where I'm at in this stage of the game. Got the pad and the tent itself rolled up. Got my straps there. So just letting my blankets warm up a bit. My kitchen and all the other heavy metallic gears is packed up in that. So like I said, I'm just waiting for things to dry out a bit, and then I'm gonna continue rolling them up, pack them on the bike, and then I'm out of here. I'm heading out in a leisurely fashion. I'm in no rush to be anywhere. It's Monday. Yeah, haven't gotten much work in lately, so if I get a phone call, I'll answer it when I do. But go home and log on to the computer, check it for work. But at least I got outside a little bit time out. That's what's important right now, is just getting out and enjoying the weather. Yeah, it's a freaking gorgeous day. It's just ridiculous. Look at that. Just a gorgeous day. Okay, just a quick note: when you leave a camp, leave it cleaner than you got there. I leave sticks and stones, man. That's it. So I doused the fire, even though I really didn't use it. Just want to make sure there's any possibility of any coals that are out. Picked up some of the trash, like that tin can I was using for the kickstand. And then that's about it so far. So I could throw on my fur and my bedding, and then I'm out. Anyways, it was great getting out of the house for a bit. We'll see you on the flip side, kids. So I'm back at the house. I'm just at the truck. I'm unloading the bike, putting the bits and parts back inside the truck. It's where I've been storing this stuff. But figure what I'll do next time is I will do a full camp back out, or a full sorry man, I am just in a stuttery mood lately. I next time what I'll do is, I'm thinking, it got me thinking last night, I've done the truck and I've done the bike. I'll do a hookup where I put the trailer, load the bike up onto the back of the trailer, and do a full apocalyptic camp out the way I normally do it. Like if I'm going someplace, because usually what I do is I set the truck up, and I have the trailer behind it, and the trailer of course is hauling the bike. That way I can set the truck up as a camp, and that way I can tool around on the bike when I need to run errands or something like that. In the sense of a apocalyptic bug out scenario, that's kind of like what I would want to do, man. You know, I'd want to have my main camp, which is the vehicle. I got my trailer that I can throw some stuff onto it, and then I can back the bike off and on for short runs. Kind of a scouting vehicle. That's the way I've always seen it, envisioned it. So I'll probably set that up and do that next time for y'all, so you can see the full effect, and go over the whole 9 yards that way. Right now I'm gonna go take care of some pugs, finish unpacking here, feed my chickens, and fun stuff like that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Y'all take care.